All right, guys. Hello and welcome. Good evening once again, or good night, depending on where you're watching. My name is Antariksh, and I'm here to welcome you once again to the Cricket World Cup 2023 Fantasy Auction. It's quite a mouthful, but as some of you might have seen yesterday, and some of you, I'm sure, would have seen the recording on YouTube, the funda is simple. This is an auction. We all know what an auction is, just like in the IPL. Players are going to come up. The 11 contesting teams, which you can see on your screens, they are going to bid. We had half of the auction yesterday, the remaining half is today. But before we kick off on the auction, just a small word for Crick Battle. If you are interested in doing your own auction, participating in one, you can do it. You don't have to compete with hundreds or thousands of others. You can do it with your own colleagues, your cousins, your friends, your uh, colony relatives, for all I care. And you can do that by logging on to crickbattle.com. You can create your teams. There is something there for every budget. So even if you don't have heavy pockets, I'm sure there'll be something there for you to fit into your wallet size. And on that note, something about the game. For this auction, each of the teams had started out with a purse of 300 lakhs, that's 3 crore. Most of them have exhausted around half to two-thirds of it. Uh, one team might have has more than 200 to go, and one or two teams have less than 100. So that stage of the competition, roughly half of the players are remaining, plus a few of the unsold players might also come back today. So that's the setting as of now. Um, Whenever we are ready, administrator, we can begin, sir. And we are underway. The first player for today is Noor Ahmed, Afghan spinner. He has played a bit in the IPL. He probably, to a lot of you, would look like a mirror replica of Rashid Khan. Uh, he can also bat, just like Rashid Khan. He's taller than Rashid Khan though, and he plays for Titans in the IPL. Let's see who which team goes for him. He's gone without a bid. I think that might be because of some issues about whether he'll get game time. The next player is Ikram Aliki. Again, he is from Afghanistan. I don't see any bids for him yet. I think for the same reason as Noor Ahmed doubts out whether he'll get game time. We might not see any bids for him, and that is true. Let's see who the next player is. We are moving fast in the early stages today. The next player to come up is who is the next player? I think we need to scroll up to see the name. The next player is Max O'Dowd of Netherlands. He is, I think, a more or less regular guaranteed starter, but again, being an associate nation, he has unfortunately not fetched a bid. Maybe he'll make a comeback in the unsold players round. Remember, each of the 11 teams have to, and whilst I explain that, Mohammad Rizwan, the Pakistani wicketkeeper batter, is next up, and as you can see, there's already a steady bidding uh, heated bidding ongoing between the teams for him. Remember, he's a wicketkeeper and he's a guaranteed batter for Pakistan in the middle of overs. Normally comes in at four, occasionally at five, but he is along with Babar Azam the bulwark of the Pakistani batting. As I speak, the bidding has already reached 8 lakhs. Can someone take it up to 15? I think for someone like Mohammad Rizwan, 25 is probably the bare minimum we are looking at, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up to even 40. Mainly the bidding till now has been from KGF 11, Juggler, and Loungers. Juggler seems to be going hard for Mohammad Rizwan, and why not? Every team needs a keeper, and Rizwan is probably good enough to get in as a batter into your side. Pakistan have a strong side. Some people say they don't have the greatest of opening pairs, so that means a lot comes to rest on Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan. 29 lakh, 30 lakhs now for Mohammad Rizwan. 30 lakhs, Loungers 2023. Come on, can someone take it up to 35? Direct bid. No. Yes. Someone? Anybody? We have 31 covers of coming in from Mohammad Rizwan. I think Mohammad Rizwan, given he's shot to 31 already, I think 40 is the bare minimum we are looking at. Bear in mind that at this stage of the auction, teams might sometimes take more time because they don't have the full purse to blow out. Different teams have different requirements, different teams have different purse sizes remaining. So all of that will play into the bidding as well. So after the initial burst, I expect the bidding might slow down a bit for a player as we get towards the slightly higher amounts. Because right now we are talking at 40. For most teams, it would take out one third or one fourth of the remaining budget. So that's a big call. And remember, most teams still need around half their side to fill. As I speak, Mohammad Rizwan has hit 40, 41 in fact, with Juggler right now. Don't tell me he's going to hit 50. I think 50 might be a bit of a stretch for Mohammad Rizwan. Maybe 45? 45, I think we'll probably get there. Let's see. 7 seconds to go. 41 is the bid right now with Team Juggler. Kalashnikov is coming at 42. 43 with Juggler. Somebody raising a 44 here. A lot of time. There's 10 seconds. 44, Team Kamikaze. Ah, yes. The late bidding from Team Kamikaze. We saw that was a trend yesterday as well. Juggler coming back in. 45 has now been reached, ladies and gentlemen. 45 has been reached. So Mohammad Rizwan is going to go out of the auction as one of the most expensive picked players. Remember, Pakistan do have a backup wicketkeeper in the squad, or a travelling reserve anyway. But chances are, injury. Hopefully, there's no injury concerns. Mohammad Rizwan will play all the games. Pakistan also is a semi-favorite to make the semis, so you're also talking about an additional game. And this is a team which everybody is forming for the whole tournament. 50, as we speak, has been reached for Mohammad Rizwan. 50 lakhs with Team Kamikaze right now. That is a stretch, in my humble opinion. But I'm sure the different teams know what they're doing, what the strategy is. Can someone take it to 55 or even 51? 51 has been touched with Juggler. Let's see. Someone going for 52? Yes, no, still have 5 6 seconds. Not anymore. Aha, there is an additional bid now for Mohammad Rizwan at 52. Something tells me 56 is going to be the magic figure. Will it? We'll find out. 56 lakhs is a lot of money at this stage of the auction. Let me remind all the viewers, maybe the teams as well, but mostly the viewers. 53 lakhs, it is a lot of money. 53 lakhs is, well, for example, a team like Loungers can't bid anymore because their first remaining is less than 53 lakhs or 54 lakhs. So they are out. But most of the teams are now approaching the stage where this bid is half their remaining first. That's a big call to take. 55 is the bid currently with Team Juggler. Juggler, remember, has already 6 players and they have 165 lakh to go. It seems a reasonable bid from them, but some of the other teams might have to think quite a few times. I think it's going to go with Juggler. No, another bid from Team Kamikaze, 56 lakhs. Well, we've hit the magic figure I had mentioned, but will it go any further? Let's see. Bid right now with Team Kamikaze for Mohammad Rizwan, and we are down to 7 seconds. Let's see if someone raises the bid here. No, Mohammad Rizwan goes to Team Kamikaze. Congratulations for 56 lakh. We have a huge booming start to the day's proceeding. The next player is Fazal Haq Faruqi of Afghanistan. Very deceptive seamer, can bowl all phases. We've seen him, of course, play for Sunrisers in the IPL, but he's also played in the Big Bash, and he has experience under his wings. And I think he's a bit of an underrated bowler. Wickets and fantasy points might well be a factor for this player and might end up proving to be a smart pick. As I speak, teams have caught on to that. And the bid is steadily rising in the high single digits, towards the high single digits. Let's see if it crosses 7. Right now, the bid is with 4 lakhs, or bid is with Dinkana Kings for 4 lakhs. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Can we get Fazal Haq Faruqi up to 15 lakhs? Interestingly, Afghanistan, I think, is one of the teams which has had the most number of players already. Some of the other teams haven't had a lot of their players come yet. But Afghanistan, I think at least 8, 9, 10 players have already come in the first 59. That's a significant chunk. As we speak, Fazil Faruqi has hit 8 lakhs. Will he get double figures? Let's find out. 8 lakhs, the bid is with Team Juggler as of now. Two teams are down to double digit first figure. That's Team Kamikaze and Team Loungers. Kamikaze on 77 lakh, Loungers on 51. But they also have 8 and 7 players respectively. So they appear reasonably sorted. As we speak, Fazalak Faruqi for 9 lakhs going to Team Kalashnikov. Yep, that one is done. The next player is Glenn Maxwell, the big show. Aussie. Remember his fantasy points. There's a good chance they'll skyrocket because not only is he Australia's premier spin player in the middle of overs, the basher, he is also their second spinner, at least for the first 4 to 5 games of the tournament. There's a lot of fantasy points I suspect riding on Maxi. He did make a comeback from an injury earlier this year, but he appears to be in decent nick now. Australia will be relying on him a fair bit. And as we speak, the bidding has already reached 30 lakhs with Team Kamikaze right now. 30 lakhs is almost half the existing purse of Team Kamikaze. Meanwhile, a team like UUCC have 253 lakhs still to go. Wow. I think the strategy there clearly is to just mop up whichever big player comes in the last 30 or 40, which is not necessarily a bad strategy actually. It worked quite well. 37 lakhs right now with Team MKS. Let's see how much we get for Glenn Maxwell. I think 50 lakhs is probably the bare minimum. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up to 60. 50 lakhs, I think, is a sure shot. Anything less than 45 is a steal, in my opinion. For all of you watching, what do you think? Let us know in the comments. And if you are here at the comments, remember you can just have this fun for yourself. Log on to Quick Battle, create an account, follow over your friends, and you're good to go. Meanwhile, Glenn Maxwell, right now, the bid is with Ongole Bulls for 46 lakhs, 48, 50. Yep, I had told you 50 lakhs is going to be breached, and it has 51 as we speak. Will it go up to 55? Will it go up to 60? I think now finances might prove to be an issue for most teams. Right now with Team MKS and Maxwell for 51 lakh has gone to MKS. I think that's a great buy, a great buy at that price point. Next up, we have Teja Nidamanuru of Netherlands. I don't see any bids for him yet. Oh, there is a bid for him, in fact, from Loungers 2023 for 1 lakh. I suspect this is probably an attempt to pick up a squad player or to fill up the team at base price because, yep, that player has now gone to Loungers 2023. The next player is Bas the Lead of Netherlands. He's a second generation Netherlands player. His dad has also played Team the Leader. He's also played the Cricket World Cup way back in 1996. For those of you interested, so that's one of those fun anecdotes of father son pairings who have both played the Cricket World Cup. And not from a mainstream cricket nation, but from an associate nation. Not too many such stories, I think. Beating is actually fairly strong for Brazilida. That is probably because he's the premier batter for Netherlands. He will, fitness permitting, play all games, which is 9 games. And yeah, someone like him, plus he also can roll his arm over, get you a few wickets maybe now and then. But 18 lakhs for Brazilida, I'm a little surprised. Let's see which team ends up bagging him. 19 lakhs with covers off right now. Will 19 lakhs be the winning bid? Something tells me we'll hit 23 at least. 20 with Kalashnikov, 21 with NKS. 22. I'm already surprised at the pricing, the auction strategy for Bas the Leader, but hey, I'm sure he's not complaining. So it means that people who are in the know of things expect him to have a great World Cup in India. He is hit 25 lakhs. Wow, that is not bad, I think. 26 lakhs with covers off right now is the holding bid as of now. Back with the Bulls for 27 lakhs. 27 lakhs, that is some amount. But we haven't seen any activity from Team UUCC. That is what I'm. This, is there a player that team is saving up all its cash for? Are they going to bid 100 for Virat Kohli? No, hold on. Virat Kohli is already done. Are they saving up for somebody else? Bulls, and thus the leader goes to the Bulls for 29 lakhs. Congratulations. Let's see which the next player is. The next player is Chachu Iftikhar Ahmed. Chachu is, of course, what his fans and sometimes trolls call him lovingly. He will hold handy off spin in the middle overs, and he's a great. Right now, he's been given sort of the finisher role. I don't think he comes in much before number 5 or 6 in the Pakistani batting setup. So, but he is going to bowl, and given Pakistan's main bowlers haven't had a lot of luck in recent times, he might well fetch a lot of fantasy points. So that might be the reasoning why teams are going for him. I think he'll probably end up at around 25. But let's see. The teams, of course, know better. They'll have their strategies in place. Remember, some of the teams have already picked up 7 or 8 players. Some teams are still stuck at just 3 players. So it's a very contrasting strategy as of now. The car has gone up to 18 lakhs as we speak, but I don't think we are quite there yet in terms of closing the option for him. 19 lakh with covers of 21 lakh. UUCC 22 lakhs now. They have the cash to spend. So I don't think they'll be holding back if they're in for this player. Let's see. Or it could be a strategy to just blow out the wallets, the purse sizes of some other teams. That is an old IPL auction trick, but who's to say that it's only going to be limited to the IPL auction? Maybe some of the teams here are engaging in that as well. If Pichachu right now 25 lakh, raised to 26 lakh, bid is with covers up as of now. Will UUCC make a come back in for Iftikhar? They'll need to go up to 27. They have the cash. If anybody does, they do. Yep, they have come back in for Iftikhar Ahmed. Will covers up go up again? Let's see. We're down to the final 7 seconds. And with that, Iftikhar Ahmed has gone for 28 lakhs to Team UUCC, who finally have their fourth player. But they're still well over 200 lakhs. The next player is Riaz Hassan of Afghanistan. Riaz Hassan, Afghanistan. I don't see any bids yet. I suspect he's going to slip by just like that. See you, Riaz. Did we get a bid in? Aha, the next player is David Malan of England. He will bat in the top order for England. He is very, very good, deceptively good in T20 cricket. But some say ODI cricket might be more suited to his style of play, which is to play himself in at a brisk strike rate, whilst the other batters go exploding around him. As we speak, his bid is already up to 31 lakh from KGF 11. Team Kamikaze has also been in there, but I think their budgetary restrictions, or maybe not, 40 lakhs. They bid 40 lakhs for David Milan. Let's see which other players, which other contestants go for David Milan. 43 lakhs the bid for David Milan currently with KGF 11. KGF is another team which can actually afford to go fairly big. They still have 187 lakhs in the kitty. Juggler has 165 lakhs. These are the two biggest teams apart from UUCC, who still has a staggering 226 lakhs to go. At the other end of the spectrum, Loungers down to 50, Kamikaze down to 77, and others close to 100. But 45 lakhs for David Malan has been successful for Team KGF. The next player is Dilshan Madhushanka of Sri Lanka. I suspect he might not attract a bid here because of some doubt about how many games he will feature in. But yeah, that seems to be coming true. No bids in for Dilshan Madhushanka yet. Anybody? Yes? No? Not today. Not today. Let's see who the next player is. It's the Fizz, Mustafizur Rahman, Bangladesh. Very familiar to Indian audiences because of his, well, initially because of the way in which he bamboozled Indian batters in Bangladesh. And then, of course, we've seen him over the years play in the IPL for a variety of teams, including Mumbai and Delhi and Rajasthan. But let's see which team goes for Fizz here. Right now, the bidding is at 2 lakhs. I'm sure Fizz, with his change of pace and leading the attack for Bangladesh in the death overs, will probably go for at least 15. But let's see. For less than 10, he's going to be a great guy. To remind you, this is the second day of the auction. We had half of it yesterday. We're going to auction 121. We're going to auction actually more players, but we need 121. So we're going to keep going till 121 players have been selected. Right, on that note, the bidding for Mustafizur Rahman continues. He is up to 15 lakh, 15 or 15 lakhs even on a digital Maple Leaf auction. That is great. Let's see how much it goes up to. I think Mustafizur Rahman will probably get 25. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get to 25, maybe, now given how it's gone. No, 15 is enough. 15 is enough for the Fizz. And Fizz has been picked up by Loungers 2023 just as well. The next player is Usama Mir. He's a Pakistani. He can primarily in the team as a bowler. He can turn the ball, but also he can bat a bit, is what I hear. But no bids for him yet, probably because of Shadab Khan playing ahead of him along with Mohammad Nawaz, if need be. So no bids for Osama Mir. Let's see the next batter. The next player is Tanzid Hassan of Bangladesh. He's a fairly promising batsman who has been playing for Bangladesh. Started not that long back, but I think he's come on in leaps and bounds. If he gets an opportunity, he might prove to be a surprise in this World Cup, but not today. No bids for him yet. And so we see who the next player is, which is Gerald Coetzee of South Africa. A lot of Indian audiences would have seen him during the SA20. He, of course, made the squad because of an unfortunate injury to Andrik Nokia, but I think there is no guarantees he's going to play for South Africa in the tournament. And given that, no bids for him. Sorry, Gerald. Let's see who the next player is. Is an Afghan again, Ibrahim Sadran. He's been around the blocks a few times. I think he's fairly familiar to the contestants as well as to those watching. And we have an opening bid for Zadran of 1 lakh. And there are two bidders. Covers of also coming in for Zadran. And let's see how high the bid goes. The moment somebody bids, I expect they'll go up to at least 5 if they really want their player. They're just trying their luck. Yep, and as we speak, 5 has been breached. Will 10 be breached? Might be. We crossed 5. We are getting to 10. 9 already. 10, yes, it covers off. 11, 12, it covers off. Will MKS come back in? Still time, there's more than 10 seconds. 13 lakh with team MKS. 14 lakh with team covers off. Back 15 with a team MKS. 17 lakh with team MKS. Let's see. By the way, for those of you watching, as you can see on your screens, you can contact Click Battle. You can have your own option pool. You can play around with the permutation combination, how many teams, etc., etc. For this fantasy option, there's a 1 lakh prize pool with four teams out of all those contesting going on to constitute the winner. The first prize is well in excess of 45,000, which is a great return on investment. Meanwhile, Zadran has gone up to 23 lakhs. Okay, I find this a little surprising now. Let's see. 24 lakhs, 25 with covers off. Clearly, there's something about Zadran which the rest of the world, or mainly me, I'm not aware of yet. But all of these guys are. Covers off taking it close to 30 now. Will Ibrahim Zadran reach 30? 28 is the bid right now, holding with Team MKS. Will covers off come back in? Maybe, maybe not. But with that, Ibrahim Zadran has gone to MKS for 28 lakhs, which is, I think, a little higher than most would have predicted or expected. The next player is Mitchell Santner of New Zealand. Again, a spin bowling all rounder. They are worth their value in gold in this World Cup. He will play, I think he'll play all games for New Zealand. That's 9 games straight up. He is a handy batsman. Sometimes, once in a while, New Zealand push him up the order, so there is that chance as well. Otherwise, he's a bank for your 10 overs and he can pick up wickets. He also has IPL experience, not regularly in every season, but he has played particularly with MS Dhoni at Chennai Super Kings. 29 lakhs, 30 lakhs, which is why it's the bidding for him already. It's resting with team covers off as of now with MKS and Juggler and KGF, everybody pitching in. It's interesting that from 12 lakhs, NKS made a straight bid for 29 lakhs. That really raises the stakes. It also speeds up the bidding, I guess. Let's see. Does it rule a few people out of the bidding? 32 lakhs, 33 lakhs. We have NKS on dot 100 as of now, 100 lakhs. The bid is right now holding at 33 lakhs for Mitch Santner. We are down to the last 8 seconds. Mitch Santner 33 lakhs, 34 lakhs, 35 lakhs now with covers of. Will 35 lakhs be enough to pick up Mitchell Santner? Very handy bowler and very handy batsman. Actually, more than a handy bowler, he's the lead spin bowler along with Ishori for New Zealand. Yep, 35 is enough to pick up Mitchell Santner, which brings us to another Kiwi, Jimmy Neesham. Again, has got tons of IPL experience, but the difference from Santner is Neesham is also an all-rounder, but he's a medium pace slash seam bowling all-rounder, not a spin bowling all-rounder. Does that mean that Neesham is a doubtful starter? I suspect that's why teams have not bid for Neesham, which is why we go on to the next player, which is Moeen Ali. This, my friends, is definitely going to fetch a bit of bidding because he bats, he bowls very, very handy off spin. He is a great batsman in the white ball format. And this is going to be his final cricket ODI World Cup. So he's definitely going to give it his all. Some doubts have been raised about whether Moeen Ali will start every game, but something tells me he will fit in at number 7 for England, if not higher. He can bat higher, but 7 is probably where he'll end up. 12 lakhs as we speak for Moeen Ali, 13 lakhs covers off right now. Right now, three teams are well below 100. That's Kamikaze, Loungers who are below 50, and covers off. Then there's a few teams who are roughly in the 100 lakh range, which is Ongole Bulls, MKS, and maybe Satyam 11 and the Kalashnikov. Then there's others who are more closer to 150, which is the Dinkana Kings, KGF 11, Juggler, and then we have the outlier, which is Team UCC, who are still on 226 lakhs. As we speak, the bidding has gone up to 22 lakhs for Loungers 2023, 24 lakhs with covers off. The bidding for Moeen Ali, 25 lakhs with the Bulls as we speak, but it's been raised again to 27 lakhs. Very quick. I think the people bidding mainly at this stage, the Bulls and covers off, are very clear that they want Moeen Ali. I suspect Moeen Ali is not going to go for less than 40 or 45. Remember some of these purchases, or maybe not. Moeen Ali has gone for 27 to the Bulls. I think that's a great buy at that price. Let's see which is the next player coming in. Fakar Zaman, Pakistan. He's going to play every game if he's fit, and he's going to open the batting. And something tells me he's going to score at least 200 this World Cup. So there's a lot of points right there. But nobody has bid for Zaman yet, possibly because of injury, possibly because of form concerns. Surprising, I must say. The next player coming in is KL Rahul. Now, here's an interesting player because he's going to play at 5 for India. He's going to keep wickets, so there's a few additional catch catching fantasy points. KL Rahul is, of course, India's premier batter to finish the innings or, if need be, to come in and arrest a collapse. So he might end up batting anywhere between 15 to 30 overs per game, maybe even higher on occasion, but hopefully not too often. India's third wicket normally falls latest by the 35th over. So he's going to get a chance to bat frequently. And he's been in great form recently, smashing 100 in the Asia Cup. Also played decently against the Aussies, where he led the team. 35 lakhs already for KL Rahul. Will KL Rahul get to Shuman Gill's 65 plus? I suspect he won't, but 45 is probably a fairly accurate estimate for KL Rahul. Let's see. Yep, KL Rahul inching towards the 40 mark as of now, the 40 lakh mark. 40 is, of course, again going to take out a substantial chunk of whichever team gets in. Question is, will he go for less than 45? KL Rahul, folks, KL Rahul is on the block as of now for 40 lakhs, the bid with KGF 11. He can afford to actually pay this much and still remain above 100 lakhs in the kitty, so that's not a bad deal for them at all. But will it be enough? Less than 5 seconds now. Is KL Rahul going to go to KGF 11 for 40 lakhs? No, Juggler has come back in, as has UCC. There you go. The Mr. Moneybags has come back, riding in to see if they can snap up KL Rahul. Always happens towards the end of an auction. People with more money will just swoop in. Let's see. UCC now going hard for KL Rahul along with KGF 11, but there's a huge disparity in their purse sizes, remaining purse sizes. KGF have only 142. UUCC has 226 lakhs. KGF, of course, in fact, KGF has also picked up only four players. UUCC has also picked up four players. They have a far larger kitty. Interesting. Right now, 47 lakhs for KL Rahul is the bid with Team UUCC. You can afford to pay this much and still remain the team on the table with the highest cost remaining. That tells you something. 8 seconds, 48 lakh. I think he probably hit 50 lakhs for KL Rahul, but let's see. 51 as I speak, 51 from Team UUCC. 51 lakhs for KL Rahul. Do we have a 53 in the house or a 55? No. Yes. Down to the last 5 seconds. 51. KL Rahul going to UCC. Looks like he's going. Aha! Another bid from KGF 11 coming in right at the end. 52 lakhs. Will that spur UUCC to make another bid for KL Rahul? Less than 5 seconds now. KGF holds the bid for 53 lakh. There is a bid from Team UUCC for 53 lakh. Let's see whether this is enough. 53, whether it's enough for KL Rahul. Less than 5 seconds. Going to UUCC. And again, KGF comes in right at the end with another bid for 54 lakhs. 54 lakhs is going to take out one third of the chunk, of course, one third of KGF's remaining value, and they'll still have to plug in five more, six more players after that. That's a huge bet. 55 lakh with UCC right now. They can afford to take this, and they'll still have the largest purse remaining. Wow, insane. 55 lakh for Team UCC. I think the other teams are clearly not in it for KL Rahul anymore. 55 lakh with UCC. Will it be enough? Looks like it. The bid has been held by KGF 11. I think they are trying to cross check. Are they going to raise it? UCC has 55 lakhs. Will that be the winning bid? No bids yet. So that means 55 lakh. KL Rahul to Team UCC is done. So there you go. KL Rahul going for 55 lakhs to Team UCC. That's a big buy. Which brings us to Babar Azam. And he is going to score so many runs at this World Cup as for a lot of people. Let's see which team gets him. Are UUCC going to go hard again for a player who's going to maybe score at least two to three hundreds in this World Cup and get a lot of points for Pakistan? Well, at least for whichever team gets him in today's auction. Heated bidding already up to 25, 35 lakhs. I think we should just start at 40 for players like these. Let's see, 40 lakhs has been reached by KGF 11. Now remember, a lot of the teams now cannot afford to go this high, so it starts narrowing the pool down to only about 4 5 teams which are still in it or able to make a bit of this size. 47 lakhs as we speak from KGF 11. 50 lakhs for Babar Azam for KGF 11. 51 with covers off. 56 lakh KGF 11. 58 lakh. 59 lakh. 61 lakh. Okay, that is. Is he going to become the highest auction player at this auction? 63. Shubman Gill was in this range, a little above. 63 lakhs. Covers of bidding 63 lakhs when they have 82 lakhs to go. Wow. This is going to clean covers of out completely. They'll have to fill up the remaining players for peanuts. 65 lakh. The bid with covers of right now, 14 seconds to go. 67 lakhs. 4 seconds to go. Covers of 68 lakhs with KGF 11. Wow, that's some serious bidding. Will covers of go with 69 lakhs? Think I saw shake of the head. I think that means a no. Let's see. Down to the final 2 seconds, and Babar Azam is off to KGF 11 for 68 lakhs. That is one of the highest purchases in this option. I suspect it will be worth it, but at this stage, that's a huge risk. Next up, Will Young of New Zealand. Will attract a bid or not? He has in fact attracted a bid. Let's see how much it goes up to. Will be cross 10 lakhs here. William, of course, can has shown an ability to play spin well. I think that might be a factor for teams going for him. Plays in the Kiwi middle order mostly. Hold on, does he play in the middle order? I think I get confused. I think he plays in the middle order. Anyway, the bidding is up to 14, 15 lakhs for William. 16 lakhs for William. 70. Interesting. William is also going up to the 20 lakh mark. Pretty interesting. 19 lakhs for William. 21 lakhs, William. The bid is with 22 with Juggler right now. 22 with Juggler will covers of comebacking for William. Something tells me William won't go for as many as Babar Azam, but let's see how high he goes. Our team is going to go up to 45 for William. I'm surprised honestly because I thought someone like William will probably not go beyond 15 lakhs. But clearly, there's some value and 3 points value which teams see in William's skill set. 25 lakhs for William, 25 lakhs, and still counting. Down to the last 5 seconds, 25 lakhs with covers off as of now. And in comes Juggler with 26 lakhs. Very interesting. William, 26 lakhs. Down to the last 5 seconds. Is that going to be the winning bid for Juggler at 26 lakhs? Looks like yes, it has. So William going to Team Juggler for 26 lakhs, which means the next player coming out is Steven Smith. Remember, this is not Test cricket. So in ODIs, he's not the Steve Smith as we know of him. He's still pretty handy. He will bat at three, most probably for Australia. He's given up his bowling long back, but he is the fulcrum in a lot of ways in their batting. And as we speak, 45 lakhs plus for Steve Smith. Remember, he's also shown a lot of great form in India when he visited for Test cricket. He can certainly handle these conditions. And there you go, 53 lakhs and counting already. I think now is when the teams will start being a little careful because north of 60 is, are you sure, territory? Are you sure you want to go for that player at that price? And of course, some teams are already ruled out. I mean, a team like Loungers has picked up 9 players already, but I wonder what they feel sitting at the price point of 35 lakhs in the wallet, watching so much of the auction happen. Steven Smith, 64 lakhs, resting with Team Juggler right now, and I think that's going to be the final. Oh, wait, right at the end, a bid from Dinkana Kings for 65 lakh for Steven Smith. Juggler promptly raising it back. Last second maneuvering right there. Let's see if a higher bid is coming for Steven Smith from the Kings or anybody else. No, it doesn't look like. 66 is the bid. The Ninkana Kings have asked the bid to be held. I think they are doing some back end calculation. And we are back. Steven Smith, yes, another bid has come in for the Tinkana Kings. Back to juggler. Let's see, 8 lakhs now for Steven Smith. We're down to the last again. Steven Smith is probably going to hit 70. He has hit 70. I don't believe this. Steven Smith going way past Shuman Gill. I mean, I'm not comparing their player qualities, but uh, Steven Smith in this World Cup, people expect him to fetch more fantasy points than Shubman Gill, or was Shubman Gill a steal at that price? 70 lakhs was enough ultimately for Steven Smith. He's been purchased by Team Juggler, which means the next player coming out is Dushan Hemanta of Sri Lanka. I don't see a bid for him yet. I think, as with so many others, there are doubts about how much game time he'll get. So, no bids yet for him. He might make a comeback in the unsold players category. But as of now, by Dushan. Let's see who the next player is. Kane Williamson. I remember Kane Williamson has played in the warm-up games for New Zealand. He played in Guwahati. He might not play the first two games in the World Cup for New Zealand. So there's that factor which teams need to keep in mind. However, we see steady bidding ongoing for Kane Williamson because once he starts playing, of course, he could be the run machine around which the Kiwi batting lineup revolves. And as we speak, 14 lakhs, 15 lakhs, if the bidding is this frenzy, then I think 25 lakhs is probably where we should start off. And then we should see how much everybody will go for. Remember, there are a couple of teams just still north of 150 lakhs in the kitty, which is significantly more than the rest of the pool. So for any big players, it's basically down to these two teams. Kane Williamson is being bid for by covers of and KGF 11 in case seems to have fallen off. For 24 lakhs for Kane Williamson as of now, 24 lakhs. Will we see 30 lakhs being hit for Kane Williamson? 24 lakhs for Kane Williamson. Mostly between UUCC now and KGF. Covers of has not put in a bid after 22 lakhs. 25 lakhs with KGF 11. 25 lakhs. I think that will be enough. No, Kamikaze has come in with a bid and UUCC as well. Let's see which team gets Kane Williamson, the Kiwi captain. Kiwi captain is playing at least. Of course, in his absence, Team Saudi and others have led. 28 lakhs and holding for Kane Williamson. The bid is with KGF 11. No, back to UCC. 30 lakhs has been hit, folks. 30 lakhs has been hit. Four seconds, Kane Williamson, 30 lakhs. Will that be enough? Satyam 11 has asked for the bid to be held. Okay, let's see what the thinking there is. Remember, Satyam 11 has been quiet for a fair while now. And is 30 lakhs going to be enough for UUCC? Less than 10 seconds now. Less than 5. 30 lakhs to UUCC looks like no. Team Kamikaze came back in, then KGF. Let's see which other teams will go for in Williamson 33 lakhs. Come on, gents, one way or the other. Let's get this through for Kane Williamson. Is he going to go to Team Kamikaze or will it be KGF or will it be UUCC who comes swinging in right now? Kane Williamson is inching towards the 40 lakh mark. At this stage of the auction, 40 lakhs is huge money. It could potentially be the last big buy for whichever team he goes to. Less than 10 seconds for Kane Williamson. 36 lakhs is the bid right now for teams. No, it's been raised to UCC. Anybody else after UCC who wants to come in? Thirty-eight lakhs, the bid resting with Team Kamikaze as of now. 38 lakhs for Kane Williamson. A lot of demand, a lot of bidding. It's slightly slow bidding, but finally he has gone to Team Kamikaze for 38 lakhs. Kane Williamson, or has he? Yes, he has. Phew. Next player is Reece Stockley, England. Tall, really tall, like extremely tall, like super tall left arm fast bowler for England. Like he's so tall, he probably knows like up there the temperature is probably different for him. But anyway, the question is, will he get a chance to play? Because David Willey has a similar angle in terms of bowling. Reece Stockley doesn't contribute to the bat. We do have an opening bid of 1 lakh for Team NKS. I think there are some doubts about whether Reece Stockley will play though. How much game time he'll get, especially if Mark Wood is fit. But we have a few teams now jumping in. Team MKS along with Dintana Kings have shown interest. Bid is up to 3 lakhs for Reece Stockley. Reece Stockley, of course, played in the PSL. So he, no, did he? No, but he was there in Pakistan playing for England. He has a fair idea of those conditions. He also played in the IPL before he got injured, unfortunately. So he has some idea of Indian conditions. So there's that. Right now, Reece Stockley is holding at 5 lakhs. 6 lakhs with the Dinkana Kings for Reece Stockley. Going up to 9 lakhs plus for Reece Stockley. Will 9 lakhs be enough to get him to Team MKS? Looks like it, and indeed it is enough. Reece Stockley goes to Team MKS for 9 lakhs, and the next player the system is nominating is Ishan Kishan. Now, this is interesting because Ishan Kishan is probably not going to start the World Cup in the playing 11 for India, which is why he might not crack the bid. But if there's a single issue or injury, especially to KL Rahul, Ishan Kishan is forced to come in. But I think because he's not a guaranteed starter, no bids for Ishan Kishan in this auction. Fair enough, maybe he'll make a comeback in the unsold players category. We move on to the next player, and the next player is Ryan Klein of New Zealand, of Netherlands. I beg your pardon. Again, no bidding for Ryan yet. I suspect that's the way it's going to be. So let's move on to the next player, which is going to be the next player is Shariz Ahmad, again of the Netherlands. And again, unfortunately for Shariz, I don't think there's any interest in him from the bidding teams here. Maybe by the end of the World Cup, people will be left viewing the chance to not have picked him up. You never know. Let's see. Moving on, the next player coming out of the hat is Marcus Stoinis of Australia. Very familiar in the IPL as LSG's Maverick core retention player. He can bat very well, he can bowl, sometimes not so well, but mainly as a batting all rounder, he is extremely handy. The bidding has gone up, it's inched up to 2 lakhs. It's not much yet, but I suspect Marcus Stoinis will go for at least 20. There are some doubts about whether Marcus Stoinis will get a chance to play. Some doubts. I think he'll probably get to play. because the Australian team does have a lot of seam bowling options, seam bowling all rounders. We have Mitch Marsh, we have Cameron Green, we have Marcus Stoinis. So is it a case of too many? Because both Steve Smith and Labuschagne will also play. There's that. But let's see. And Zampa, Cummins, Hazelwood, and Stark will also play. And Alex, the wicket keeper. So Alex Carey, the wicket keeper. So does Stoinis feature in the top six? Interesting call actually. Meanwhile, he's gone up to 10 lakhs with Team Kalashnikov as of now. That's an interesting thought. You have David Warner, Mitch Marsh, Steve Smith, Labuschagne. Four slots gone. You have Glenn Maxwell. That's five gone. Sixth slot is down to effectively between Stoinis, Cam Green. Ooh, that is interesting. It will be fun to see which team goes for Cam Green or if nobody goes for Cam Green. Meanwhile, Marcus Stoinis is up to 14 lakhs with Team Kalashnikov. Yep, Marcus Stoinis has been picked up by Team Kalashnikov for a very decent price, I think. And now we have Dunit Villalage. Now, this is a cricketer who's been very impressive of late. Uh, Left arm spinner from Sri Lanka. He was playing the under 90s not that long back. He's come on. He is also very handy lower order batter. You never know. I mean, of course, the upper spectrum is made. Are we seeing the next iteration of someone like a Sana Jayasuriya, or maybe not? He is a very very good bowler. As a bowling all rounder, Velalage might end up being gold in this tournament, which is why his bidding is already up to 19 lakhs. As we see, 21 lakhs with Team MKS as of now. Covers of an MKS going head to head on this player. I think he's a great player. North of 30, I'll start wondering about the price, but up to 25 or so, I think he's a good player to get. Up to 29 lakhs for Dunit Vallalage of Sri Lanka, left hand spinner, left hand bat. We saw him in the Asia Cup recently, and he gave a very good account of himself against Team India and the others. Let's see how much he goes for. Right now, 30 lakhs, resting with UCC. Remember, a team like Team Kamikaze cannot bid for him anymore. I mean, they can. They actually blow their purse out of the water, but that is why UCC has picked up Dunit Wallalag. And next player is Shakib Al Hasan. Now, this is, in a lot of ways, the epitome of spin bowling all rounder. And he's a proper 50-50 all rounder, meaning he's going to bowl you. Give you 10 overs with the ball. He's going to bat in the top three or top four at the most for Bangladesh. He was the player of the series in the 2019 World Cup, and he's an all-time legend, Shakib Al Hasan. Let's see how much he goes for today. He also has tons of IPL experience, of course, about a decade worth of IPL experience. So he's extremely familiar with the various Indian grounds and conditions. Shakib Al Hasan, I think, will probably go north of 50. Will he hit 60? Let's see. 37 lakhs right now to wait for Shakib Al Hasan with on goal now 38 to 11. 43 lakhs, 44 with the Bulls. Mostly Satyam 11 and the Bulls. Suspect UCC might make a comeback into this beating war towards the end. UUCC still the team with the highest score, remaining although Satyam 11 is close to them. Interestingly, both UUCC and Satyam have picked up 5 players each, whilst a team like Loungers has already picked up 9 players. Kamikaze has picked up 9 players, so they're somewhat better off in that. 50 lakhs meanwhile has been paid for Shakib Al Hassan, just with Uncle Bulls for now. 1 lakh for Shakib Al Hassan with the Bulls. Come on, anybody going higher? Yep, the Bulls are back to 54 lakhs. Will Satyam 11 go higher? They will. 55 lakhs for Shakib. Can we get this to 60? Can we get this to 65? Let's see if we can get this to 60. I suspect we probably will get this to 60. 60 lakhs. The bid for Shakib Al Hassan right now is on the Bulls. And Shakib has gone for 60 lakhs to the Ongol Bulls. I think that's a very smart buy at that price. It's a big price, but hey, if Shakib the batter doesn't work, Shakib the bowler is probably still going to get 2 points. This brings us to Rahmat Shah of Afghanistan. No bids for him yet. Oh, there is a bid now. There are bids for him. He's not going to be picked up as a sneak by any team. Seemingly not. Let's see. Loungers have bid, but 2 lakhs. If you bid for a player, I guess other team will also show interest and go up to at least five. No, just the once. Let's see. 2 lakhs is the bid for Rahmat Shah resting with Loungers 2023 for now. 10 seconds, 6 seconds for Rahmat Shah going to Loungers for 2 lakhs. And yep, that is what has transpired. So let's see which is the next player to come out of the hat. Next player is Riza Hendricks of South Africa. He's a batter who on his day can cause a lot of carnage, but there are days when he struggles to get going. We've seen both of these versions of the T20. Will he get a game though in the South African top order? He might not, which is why we haven't received a bid for him. Let's see who the next player is. Travis Head. Travis Head. Travis Head, I suspect we might not see a bid because he's going to be injured for the first 4 to 5 games. Australia have taken a huge call by still including him in the squad ahead of a recognized spinner like Ishmael. Let's see. But no luck for Travis Head in this option today, which means the next player should be up any time. The next player is Adil Rashid again. Not as a pure spinner, although he can bat, but he comes in at 11 for England, so doesn't get to do a lot. As a pure leg spinner in this World Cup, who does have a bit of IPL experience now, I suspect he'll be he'll be a critical bowling leg spin for England when it comes to spin department, which is why we see the bidding soon past the 10 lakh mark already. Not yet. I think we'll get there. Should get there soon. 9 lakh and counting for Adil Rashid. September 11. 12 lakhs with the Gincana team. Thank you. 13 with covers up. 18 lakhs for Adil Rashid. I think 25 to 30 is. Probably the range of the minimum what we'll say. I won't be surprised if it goes up to 40. 19 lakhs for Adil Rashid, inching towards 25 slowly. But once he gets there, Adil Rashid at 26 lakhs. 29 lakhs for Adil Rashid. 30 now. We've hit the 30 lakh mark for Adil Rashid. Testing within Satyam 11. Satyam 11 has the bid for now, but been taken away by covers off at 31 lakh for Adil Rashid. Adil Rashid at 32 lakhs as of now. 32, 33 lakhs covers off. 35 lakhs has been hit for Adil Rashid. 35 lakhs. 37. We are about to hit 40 lakhs shortly for Adil Rashid. Remember, he's a champion like Serena. This is also going to be his last World Cup. There's that. Maybe extra pump to ensure that he can get another World Cup for India. 41 lakh for Adil Rashid. We are down to the last 7 seconds. Yep, Kalashnikov coming back in. So 42 lakh. Not a 45. I would have gotten a little confused, but let's see if we get 45 or not. 42 is the bid for now. 42 is a big bid. Good bid at this stage of the competition. I suspect 42 will be enough. And it looks like, yep, Adil Rashid was being Kalashnikov for 42 lakhs, which means it's time to bring out the next player. Which big player? Mark Wood. Now, Mark Wood is impactful. The only issue is how many games is he going to play. Even if he is fit, he'll probably be rotated out against some of the lesser opposition, which means let's go for fantasy points in those games. If he doesn't play, no fantasy points. But Mark Wood is an impactful bowler. He has IPL experience. He knows Indian conditions. In short bursts, he can be deadly. Just the sheer pace. The sheer pace. Which is why his bidding has zoomed past, it's about to zoom past the 15 lakh mark, and it has. And we've gotten to 22 lakhs for Mark Wood. 22 lakhs, 23. That's what we'll probably go up to 35 for Mark Wood, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Just to remind all of you, at this stage, Bulls have 37 lakhs left. Kamikaze has 39 lakhs left. Lounges have 33 lakhs left. Then you have Kalashnikov with 58 and KGF with 74 and MK is at 91 lakhs. And then you have the biggies. And of course, covers of 82 lakhs. And then you have the biggies, which at this stage is Team Gymkhana Kings with 159, who yesterday got off the blocks roaring with Hardik Pandya, but has subsequently slowed down a bit, I guess. So Gymkhana Kings at 159 lakhs still to go. Satyam 11 with 130 lakhs still to go. And UUCC with 141 lakhs still to go. Interesting. Meanwhile, Mahmood's bidding has reached up to 27 lakhs. So that's 27 lakhs. Let's see if he hits 30. I think he probably will hit 30. Although I wouldn't have gone past 20 for Mahmood. Max 25. Just because I'm not sure how many games he played. And 27 has proven to be enough for Mahmoud. Maybe I spooked the team. Next up is Rolf van der Merwe of Netherlands. Previously, he has represented South Africa, but this is the second ICC World Cup Van der Merwe is going to represent the Netherlands at. He was there at the T20 World Cup last year in Australia as well, where he was part of a team which pulled off a remarkable upset as well against Team South Africa. Wow, what a story! Let's see if something similar happens this time. He's a very uh, thick-skinned fighter on the field, left arm spinner, right arm basher, and almost the base price bid was almost not pick him up, but Team Tinkana Kings has come in for him. They have the bid right now at 2 lakhs. Let's see if someone else makes a bid. Yep, Team Juggler has made a bid. I think the attraction here is that he's a spin bowling all rounder. He is executing standards a little old now, but in spin bowling, thankfully, that doesn't play as big a role as it might have if he was a pacer. There you go. Plus, there's always a chance that he comes in at 7, 8, or even 9 and makes a few runs. Even in the SA20 we saw he was a tough cookie, he doesn't give up, has a fighting spirit running all through. And right now he's going to team Tikana King for 4 lakhs. Yep, 4 lakhs has been enough to send him packing to team Tikana Kings. And next player is Adam Zampa, another premier spinner, wrist spinner, leg spinner from Australia. He's going to be Australia's lead spinner in this World Cup, which tells me that he's definitely going to go for north of 35, maybe even north of 40. He has been in somewhat patchy form recently. He's gone for a lot of runs in games against India. But hey, the World Cup is literally a different tournament. You never know. Bidding is on between covers off and MKS. Bidding is already up to 41 lakhs for Adam Zampa. That in itself goes out to a few of the teams because the first size is lesser than that. Let's see which team gets Adam Zampa because this is going to be another huge purse biting bid. 44 lakhs, 45 with the UCC as of now. Most teams have between 7 to 9 players or 7, 8 players. One team has 4 players only, that's in Ghana Kings. Everybody else is north of 5. So that's the game state as of now. Ghana Kings now trying to pick up Adam Zampa as well, understandably. And for 46 lakhs, will they be allowed to do that? I think they might because I don't see any other bids coming in for Adam Zampa at 46 lakhs to go to Tinkana Kings. And there is a bid from UCC. Always the last minute bid coming in, isn't it? Always. It will get even more interesting because you don't know what his strategy. Someone might just be trying to push their opponents a bit higher. Sometimes, though, you can end up, as Delhi Day Capitals have found out on one occasion or more, that if you try to bid someone else on, sometimes you can get caught holding a player you're not necessarily keen on. And at 48 lakhs, no, 49 now. If we got into 49, we might as well take it to 50. Come on, someone give me a 50 here for Adam Zampa. Not too many times in life he'll get to 50 on the cricket field. Off the field, maybe he can. Let's see. No, 49 might be enough to get Adam Zampa. Aha, there you go. 50 from the Kings. If they get this, they will wipe out one third of the remaining purse, but they can still take that shot and move forward. Adam Zampa is a good buy, I feel, even at 50. Although I would have preferred to have him for around 40 or lesser. Yep, for 50 lakhs, Adam Zampa has gone to the Tinkana Kings. Next player nominated is Mahdi Hassan. Now, here it's important to remember that Bangladesh, like old voting selection tricks, sometimes in this squad, in fact, they are carrying two players with more or less the same name. You have Mahdi Hassan and then you have Mahdi Hassan Miraj. This is not Miraj, this is the real thing. He's gotten a bid. Mahdi Hassan has gotten a bid of 1 lakh from Kalashnikov. Let's see. I wonder how much Mahdi Hassan will go for. I don't think he's been on the option yet. 1 lakh might be enough. Yep, 1 lakh is enough to get Mahdi Hassan over to Kalashnikov. Let's see who the next player is. Next player is Ravi Chandran Ashwin. Ravi Chandran Ashwin was not in the World Cup squad or in the ODI scheme of things till very recently. And then, with a bit of flight, with some mysterious off spin, he's unleashed a Dusra. He is in the squad. Will he get game time though? People are saying that he'll probably play as a third spinner on track with favor spinner. Something tells me he might end up playing more than what a lot of people bargained for. Especially if Jadeja gets injured or if Kuldeep Yadav has a poor run of form. You never know. Towards the latter stages of the tournament, Ashwin's experience in tough situations might come in very handy. Which is why the bidding is a little slow for him as of now. We're still at 6 lakh. I expect it to go up to around at least 15 for Ashwin. But hey, maybe the teams are also factoring in that he's not a sure shot uh, player for all 9 games. 8 lakhs for Ashwin, 10 lakhs for UUCC. Mainly between covers off and UUCC. Now let's see how far they can take this battle. Eleven lakhs. 11 lakhs is very tiny. Come on, right now it's a cookie story. I'm sure we can take it higher. No, 11 lakhs was enough to get Ashwin. And his oddly enough, Kuldeep Yadav, who's going to be leading India's attack, is the next person out. And let's see, Loungers have valiantly put in a bid. Loungers can only go up to 30 lakhs, 33 lakhs. I don't think Kuldeep Yadav will go for less than 40, but let's see. Let's see how much Kuldeep Yadav goes for. We're already up to 25, no, 23 as we speak. Up 33 lakhs. Remember, Kuldeep Yadav left arm wrist spin. Most importantly, he's increased his pace and his fitness in the last year and a half, and he's been bowling very, very well in ODI cricket in the Asia Cup. He was deceiving batsmen even in the series against Australia, where he played only one game. He outwitted batters, so there are promising signs he might have a breakthrough. Not a breakthrough. This is the second World Cup, but he might have a memorable World Cup if he can keep that up. Let's see. Kuldeep Yadav has hit 50 lakhs, bid with covers of for now 50 lakhs. As I always remind, is a huge amount at this stage of the auction. It means a few teams cannot even think of going that high, and some others will be thinking 10 times before they bid further. 52 lakhs for Kuldeep Yadav, 57 lakh, no, 56 lakh with Juggler. Only two teams still have, three teams have a purse of more than 100, and of that, Satyam 11 has the largest purse with 130. 56 with Juggler, and 56 is enough. So Kuldeep Yadav goes to team Juggler, and the next player is not the real Mehdi Hassan. This is a Mirage. That's just a poor we reported, but Mehdi Hassan Mirage, who's probably a more established, more experienced player, spin bowling all rounder, is up next. He's already had received bids going past 15 lakhs. I suspect he'll go up to 25, 30, 35, maybe even 35. I think is about par. Maybe he'll go up to 45. I don't know. Let's see. Juggler now has just 13 lakhs left. They still have to pick up two players. That's the least amount in the kitty as of now. A couple of teams in the 30 lakh range, three teams in fact. Meanwhile, Medias and Miraz has gone up to 36 lakhs. At this stage, it ends up being just a direct gunfight between whichever team can afford him. 91 lakh is what Empress can bid up to, but they are bidding almost half of that on Medias and Miraj. Why not? Because he's going to get you wickets. He's also going to score runs. Just like Shakib, if one area doesn't work out, there's always the other one. But he's gone now. 41 lakhs has been enough for Team MKS to pick up Metis and Miraj. And the next player is another Bangladeshi, Shoriful Islam. I think I'm not sure if he'll get games or how many games he'll get, which is why we don't see a bid for him yet. Anybody going for Shoriful? Not yet. I think the bid has been held. Let's see. And we have a bid for Shoriful Islam from Juggler for 1 lakh. So he's definitely getting sold. For how much is the question. Shoriful has gone to Team Juggler for basic price. Fair enough, Juggler basically just rounding off the squad. They need one more player. Next up is Haris Rao from Pakistan. He has had fitness concerns in recent times, but he can bowl express pace. He has great control in the end overs. Uh, he can bowl a deadly Yorker. He also has a slower ball in his kitty. And of course, in India, we famously remember him as the bowler who got taken down for two sixes when the match seemed lost by Virat Kohli. But he is a good player, make no mistake about it, which is why his value has bid amount has already gone soaring past 25 lakhs. Will it get to 40 lakhs or 45 lakhs? Let's find out. Remember, Shine Shah Freedy went for early 40s. I'll be very surprised if Haris Rauf goes for more than that. But that said, Freedy had come in the early stages of the auction. Rauf is coming at the latter stages. The dynamics have changed. Some teams might be a little more desperate to get a player of his kind. It's not ever a comment on the player's capability, it's also a reflection of market dynamics. But let's find out Haris Rauf. And I suspect after Rauf is done, we'll probably take a break or maybe we'll do one more player. We'll see. Right now, the bid is for 39 lakhs, 15 Kalashnikov, 39 lakhs, folks. And Haris Rauf, express pace, 39 lakhs. Let's see how much interest he can garner here. 40 lakhs. Can he someone take him up to 45? Half the teams at this stage cannot afford to go this high. It's literally now just down to a couple of teams. Kalashnikov and UUCC. Kalashnikov are okay with bidding almost the entire remaining purse on Haris Rauf. Fair enough. Haris Rauf for 42 lakhs to team UUCC as of now. Till the time one or two teams have a larger purse, there's always the risk of an option stretching out. Else, most options, once the teams are roughly in the same purse range, will probably end up being for much smaller amounts. But Harris Stock is going to take a big bite out of someone's remaining purse strength. Let's see which team that will be. 43, 44 lakhs with UUCC as of now. 44 lakhs for Haris Rao. We are on the clock. It's less than 10 seconds. 44 with UUCC. Will Kalashnikov make another attempt? Yep, UUCC has managed to purchase Haris Rao, and the next player is Paul van Meekeren of the Netherlands. We've seen him in the T20 World Cup earlier. The gritty player that might not attract a bid today. Okay, we've now paused it and we'll see you in 5 minutes. This is a short 5 minute break, so we'll see all of you. Feel free to take a break. Everybody needs to stretch their legs, get some water. We'll see you in 5 minutes at 11:51. Catch you then. All right, folks, welcome back. We'll be resuming the auction shortly. But in that time, let me just remind you for those of you who are watching it live or those who watch the recording, this is the Cricket Battle ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 ODI Fantasy Auction. We had the first part of the auction yesterday. We are midway through the second day of the auction. There are 11 contesting teams in this auction. Each team has to fill out 11 players. They started off with a purse of 300 lakhs, which is 3 crores. Most of them have almost filled that out. As we speak, the auction has restarted. Paul Van Meekeren went unsold. Colin Ackerman of Netherlands is the next player. He has attracted a bid from Team Kamikaze. Let's see if that is enough. Is it just one of those speculative bids to fill out the team? I suspect it might be, but MKS has jumped in with a 2 lakh bid for Colin Ackerman. Let's see if that is enough. It looks like it is. Yup. Colin Ackerman is off to Team MKS, which means Team MKS just need one more player now. The next player is Noor Ahmed of Afghanistan. I think we've seen Noor Ahmed once earlier, which means he's the first unsold player to make a return if I'm not wrong. Let's see if he gets a bid this time. Not yet. And the next player coming up is Mujibur Rahman, again of Afghanistan. He also has plenty of IPL experience. He is a more certain starter than Noor Ahmed, which is why there's intense bidding for him as we speak. Already heading towards the 15 lakh mark. Let's see. Yep, we're swimming past the 15 lakh mark for Mujibur Rahman. No relation to the founding father of Bangladesh, just the name similarity. That's all. 15 lakh for the Bulls. 15 lakh for Mujibur Rahman to go into the fantasy team of the Ongol Bulls. Let's see if that proves to be enough. It has proven to be enough. Congratulations. And the next player is Cam Green. Very good all rounder, but the question is, will he play? Will he get a chance to play? I think Australia should play him if need be ahead of even of someone like Hazelwood, but I don't think they will, which is why we don't see a bid for Cam Green yet. Anybody? No, Cam Green goes unsold. Who knows? Maybe he goes on to be the star of this World Cup. The next player is Mohammad Shami. Again, I think for same reason, is he going to play ahead of Mohammad Siraj? If not, he might not bid for him. I think there is a bid for him. Okay, the Bulls are going for Mohammad Siraj. So for Mohammad Shami, I beg your pardon. Mohammad Shami, remember, great exponent of swing bowling up front. So there's that. And if he goes, a Indian team player going for 1 lakh in an India World Cup could end up being a steal. You never know. There's another bid now coming in. Team Kamikaze 2 lakhs. More than the cost, if he doesn't play, I think the opportunity cost loss for a team is that they could have had a player who plays getting them points. So there is that trade off being made. But if Shami plays even 3 games, he's probably going to end up with 6 or 7 wickets, which is not a mean feat. But will he play 3 games? That is the question. Provided there are no injuries, will he play 3 games? Maybe no. But Mohammad Shami has now gone to the Ongol Bulls, and the next player is Marco Jansen. Now remember Jansen, he looks and feels like a fast bowler, which he of course is, but he's not just a fast bowler, he's a very handy low middle order batter as well to finish innings. We've seen that in the SA T20, we've also seen that with Team South Africa, and I think very briefly in the IPL as well, but not much in the IPL. So maybe he is batting in Indian conditions, still remains to be examined, but he is a very handy hitter, including in South Africa when he took down Rashid Khan. So there's that. Plays for Sunrisers in IPL, plays for the again the Sunrisers in the SAT20 as well. Right now, the bid is with 18 lakhs for lounges for Marco Jansen from Lounges 2023. 18 lakhs for Marco Jansen. 18 lakhs, not proving to be enough. We're up to 19 from UCC. Back to 20. 20 lakh mark has been reached. 22 lakhs for Marco Jansen. 22 lakhs. 22 lakhs be enough. I suspect Marco Jansen probably 30, maybe 35, or maybe not 35 because now teams don't have money. Everybody's thinking about budget, paisa bachao. But let's see. Team like Satyam 11 could still go big guns blazing, but most of the other teams are now in the middle class, too lower middle class category as far as the remaining players is concerned. Remember, Marco Jansen is player number pick 19, number 92 of 121, pick number 92. Also wanted to inform you that Ongol Bulls have completed their full team. They are done. 11 out of 11 players selected with 19 lakhs still to spare. 20 lakhs still to spare. I wonder why they would do that. Maybe they could have gone harder for some other players. As we speak, Marco Jansen is up to 33 lakhs. There are a couple of other teams which are also on 10 lakh, 10 players already. That's MKS and Loungers, but they have held back a lot of money for the last year. Meanwhile, Marco Jansen has gone to UUCC, and the next player in the auction is Glenn Phillips, Kiwi, hard hitting middle order batter. He has shown himself to be very, very effective, albeit a little inconsistent at times. He's shown that he can really talk fast bowling when he's especially been playing for the Kiwis or even for Sunrisers, which is why his bid value has already gone to 13 lakhs with covers off still need three players. KGF need six players still, but they have a bit of money, so that's okay. Gincana Kings are now in for Glenn Phillips. They have more than 100 lakhs to spend, so they can afford to go for this player. Meanwhile, Devon Conway, Glenn Phillips has joined Gincana Kings, and Devon Conway is in Devon Conway. The bidding is already up to 3 lakhs, if case you're wondering. So Devon Conway, why is he so highly rated? Because he's got tons of experience in India. He's a very calm player, can play pace and spin pretty well. He's left-handed, bats top of the order, and he has handled himself extremely well, despite playing for a team like Chennai Super Kings on the Chennai pitch. So if he can handle that, that means he is a sure shot run getter at this World Cup. Also remember he's an opener, like I mentioned. So an opener just like the likes of Shubman Gill, who are sort of guaranteed to get you a lot of runs, are always going to go for a lot of money. Unfortunately, not a lot of teams have that money, which is why it's come down to basically between Satyam and covers of. Covers of going all out for Devon Conway. I should have expected that. 61 the bid for Devon Conway as of now. Let's see how high this goes. Covers are sticking in at 62, bid now up to 63 lakh. Unfortunately, Satyam 11 have significantly larger purse at this stage than covers of, but covers of can easily use this to dent Satyam 11's purse. So there's that as well. 66 lakh now for Devon Conway, the bid. This is in Shubman Gill territory, and I would say it's pretty apt. This is the rough, the par thing, par value, I would say in fantasy. 67 lakh, 69 lakh now. Wow, that's some show of confidence from covers of 69 lakh for Devon Conway. This unfortunately covers off is out. They can't go any higher. I think the highest bid is resting with Satyam 11 at 70 lakhs right now. That takes a big chunk out of their wallet with four players still to go. That takes them, that brings them to middle class. Let's put it that way. And yes, Devon Conway is now gone. He's gone to Satyam 11, which means Satyam 11 are now down to 60 lakhs. The next player is Liam Livingston. Great player, spin bowling all rounder, can bowl off spin as well as leg spin, can hit a long ball. But is he going to get a chance to play? Is he? How many games is he going to play for England? How many games is he going to start ahead of the likes of Moeen? That I think is the question. He might start ahead of someone like Sam Curran, who also went for big money by the way, and even a Chris Forbes. But is he actually going to play a lot of games for England in this World Cup? Maybe towards the end, you never know. But despite that, his IPL heroics have ensured that his value has soared up to 35-ish lakh already, mainly between MKS and Team Kamikaze. I'm sure the teams have their thinking, but if I were looking at Liam Livingstone, I'd be hesitant because I'm not sure how much he's going to play in this World Cup. Purely because of the composition of that English team. I think they're stacked. There's certain people who are definitely going to play. There's Joe Root, there's uh, Ben Stokes in the middle order. You also have Josh Butler. Liam Livingstone has gone for 35 lakhs to MKS. Might turn out to be a big risk, but we'll see. Next up, Josh Inglis, the reserve traveling, not the reserve, he's part of the squad, but he is effectively the backup opener and keeper for Australia. I doubt he's going to get a bid because I think most teams are pretty sure he won't play if Alex Carey is fit. Next player is Dimuth Karunaratne of Sri Lanka. Dimuth Karunaratne, Logan Van Beek. Karunaratne didn't get a bid, so Logan Van Beek of the Netherlands is up next, and he has attracted bids. Juggler has raised the stakes up to 12 lakhs after KGF came in at 1 lakh. If the bid is at 1 lakh, I don't understand why someone would go directly up to 12 lakhs, but hey, what's done is done. Two of the teams are now filled out. MKS and Ongol Bulls are full. The others, some are very close to filling out, some still have a bit of work to do. Logan Van Beek then going to Satyam 11, I think. No, to covers off. And next up is Ish Sodhi, New Zealander of Indian origin, bowls right arm wrist spin, can also bat. And interestingly, he has also featured in the IPL as a bowling consultant while still being an active international cricketer, which is a little unusual. But let's see. gets Ishodi ultimately? He is, of course, going to. He has a he has a reputation for being an economical bowler. Will that hold in this World Cup when the New Zealand team will look to him and Mitch Santner to get them the vital breakthrough in the middle overs? Right now at 16 lakhs with covers of KGF 11 also in the fray. 20 lakhs for Ishodi. I think maybe 30-ish is what he'd go up to. Maybe 25 also. You never know. Or maybe 20 is enough. Let's see. 20 lakhs going to covers of Ishodi. There is a bid from KGF 11. Typical Rocky Bhai style. Let's see. Let's see. Ishodi, 22 lakhs. Will you go up to 25? I think he probably will. Whenever I see teams who have filled out their squad strength and still have money to spare, I always wondered like, did they underbid in a few places along the auction? Unless you only have 4 5 left, in which case you've just about gotten it right. If you see some of the teams leaving the auction still having 19 lakhs to spare, I doesn't quite sit right with me. But that's just me. Meanwhile, is Shodi laughing all the way to the bank. 24 lakhs is the bid with covers of right now, and I suspect it will be enough. No, the bid is 24 lakhs. KGF 11 also featuring in the back and forth here. Shodi 26 lakhs. The covers of right now. Will KGF have another bid? Then we get Ishodi up to 30. Ishodi also not to be confused with being the inspiration for the song in Devdas, which some of you might be familiar with. Yes, right now the clock is ticking down, and 27 lakhs seems to be good for him to go to KGF 11. Yep, it is good enough, which means KGF 11 have the spinner they wanted. And the next player out of the hat is Lungi Ngidi. Lungi Sani Ngidi, who's played for Chennai and Delhi in the IPL, has had a slightly patchy injury record, but he will probably get a fair bit of game time at the World Cup for Australia, especially with Anrik Nokia now out of the squad. Alongside Kagiso Rabada, South Africa will look to him for wickets. How many of them can he get is the question. Lungi and Gidi, 16 lakhs, the bid going back and forth between covers of KGF and UUCC. Kavazov has been fairly active without much success in the past 5 10 players. And in case you're watching us live, we are now officially into 2nd October, which is, of course, National Bank holiday, and also Mahatma Gandhi's birthday, and also the uh, death anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri, if I remember correctly. This is the birth anniversary. I get these confused. Meanwhile, Lungi Ngidi has gone to UCC, and the next player is Afghanistan's Najibullah Zadran. Not to be confused with Ibrahim Zadran, who went for a big amount earlier in the auction. Najibullah Zadran, he's also been around the block a few times. Is he going to get a bid? No, he's not, unfortunately. So the next player coming out is Aiden Markram of South Africa. Now, Aiden Markram, batter who bowls a lot of handy off spin, has plenty of experience in India through the IPL. He would be expected to take on a prominent leadership role as well for Team South Africa under captain Temba Bavuma. And he's a great batter, normally playing at four nowadays for South Africa, right through the critical middle overs before the firepower of Klassen and Miller comes in, which is why the bid for him is already at 39 lakhs. Makes sense. Markram might well hit 50. Let's see how much he goes up to. Back and forth between Kalashnikov and Kavazov, we are almost up to 50. Let's see. Is that the point at which teams will start rethinking? Eden Markram, interestingly, in case you're wondering, is also the highest ranked player left in the player pool. That would explain why his auction price is zooming through the chart. In fact, he's the only player in the top 50 ranked players who's still up for grabs. Aiden Markram is a gold card equivalent at this stage, and it looks like 57 lakhs is going to be enough to get into Satyam 11. Yes, it is. Which means Satyam 11 are down to 3 lakhs, and they still have three players to fill. So they now basically have to go for 1 lakh players. So they're essentially done. Next player is Hassan Ali of Pakistan. I think he might not attract a bid because we don't know for sure how many games he's going to play. Oh, he's gotten a bid from from covers of. Fair enough. Let's see. On the one hand, you have teams which are done with 11 players and have money to spare, and then you have a team like Satyam 11 with three players to go and 3 lakhs in the kitty. Interesting and contrasting strategies. Meanwhile, Saud Shakil has come in. Hassan Ali was purchased very nominal price by covers of. Saud Shakil, Pakistani middle order batter, is there, but he's not probably going to get a bid because he's not a guaranteed starting player. Which means we move on to the next player, which is Surya Kumar Yadav. Surya Kumar Yadav is third on the list of ranked players. Will he play though? I suspect that is the reason why he might not ultimately and attract a bid. Remember, he can play anywhere from 4, 5, or 6, and he can play those roles differently, but he's not getting a bid today. This is night time is not sky time, and we move on to the next one, which is Aryan Dutt of Netherlands. Aryan Dutt of Netherlands, he's not attracting a bid as of yet, and I suspect that's how it shall remain. We move on to the next player, which is the next player, Temba Bavuma, South African ODI captain. He is also going to be the opening batter for South Africa. There have been a few doubts raised about his batting in the past, but people have generally praised his leadership skills and he is amongst the bids here, which means he's definitely getting sold to a team. We are in the early single digit figures yet. Will we get to 7 or 8? Let's find out. $12 lakhs for Temba, 20 lakhs for Temba Bavuma. My God. 21. Let's see. I think up to 25 might still be reasonable, but beyond that, I'm not sure I would be comfortable for going for Temba Boom. Of course, what works in his favor is that he's an opening batter, so you get plenty of opportunities. Even if the South African bowling attack dismisses the team out for a very cheap score, the openers will always get the chance to score some runs. Temba Bavuma up to 33 lakhs now, the bid resting with KGF 11. Interestingly, Loungers uh, is not bid in some time. I think they still have one player to put. They have 33 lakhs though. So they can't bid here. Kamikaze is rounding up, coming to the end of their tether. 38 lakhs from Team Kamikaze, 39. That is not a bid which can be matched or gone past by Team Kamikaze. So KGF 11 with the bid for now. Hold on, KGF 11, I just realized they still have to pick up 5 players for 47. Wow, that is courageous. Covers are trying to get their final player in. Covers off, which means covers off can go all the way till 57 lakh if need be. Their remaining purse strength. Yeah, nobody else has more than that. Shreyas Iyer, I think, is a player who's probably going to attract a hefty bid. The question is how many teams will still have it in their money in their kitty to bid for Shreyas Iyer and to win him. Kemba Bavuma already up to 44 lakhs. I did not see this coming, I'll be honest. I thought 20, 25, 30 tops. But Kemba Bavuma is almost up to 45 now. South African captain Kemba Bavuma. Yep. Next player is Shreyas Iyer of India. Let the auction begin. Let's see who gets him. Um, Covers of got Temba Bavuma by the way, so they are done with their 11 players. Let's see who gets Shreyas Iyer. There are not a lot of teams which can afford to go too high on Shreyas Iyer, so this will get interesting. Yep, we see teams like Kalashnikov, Loungers, KGF all in for Shreyas Iyer at this stage. I suspect that field will get thinner as the bids go higher. And after Shreyas Iyer, we are going to have a round of players who've been previously there in the auction but have been unsold. There's only going to be one unsold round. If teams which still have spots to fill, if they don't pick up adequate players in the unsold round, then the system will assign a player at random to those teams. So it's probably better not to wait for that and to actually pick up your balanced players in this or the next round. This is the last player of this round, so let's see which team can bag Shreyas Iyer. I think most teams at 44 lakhs, 46 lakhs are already out of the running. It's mainly down to Kalashnikov and Gymkhana Kings, the only two teams which have some amount of budget. And even there, at 48, it's coming close to Kalashnikov's budget maxing out. Up to 52, 53 for Shreyas Iyer. Hmm. Shreyas Iyer for 57 lakhs going to the Gymkhana Kings, which means now this is the unsold players round. We have a return of Dushan Hemanta of Sri Lanka. I think he did not get a bid because earlier because there were doubts about whether he'll get game time. I think the same doubts persist, so still no bids for Dushan Hemanta. Let's see who the next player is. Next player is Hassan Mahmood of Bangladesh. Again, similar concerns, I believe, that whether he is a squad player. Fair enough. Teams might not want to risk going for a squad player. Still have players like Dasim Shanaka and Harry Brook to come, so there's that. But no bids for Hassan Mahmood. The next player coming out of the unsold category is Josh Inglis, the Australian wicketkeeper. He's a good player, has played in the IPL, has had plenty of great knocks in Big Bash, but will he play at all in the Cricket World Cup if Alex Carey is fit? Probably not. And that is why he's not attracted a bid as of now. Which means we now come to Gerald Coetzee of South Africa. Again, the same concern, I think. But maybe someone will put in a bid for Coetzee because he's a pretty good bowler. No, doesn't look like it. Seems there is a bid for Gerald Coetzee from Dinkana Kings. You still need four players. It's a lot of players. So Dinkana Kings putting in a bid for Gerald Coetzee. Let's see if that is enough. 5 seconds to go. If anybody else wants to bid for Gerald Coetzee, now is the time, which is now gone. Gerald Coetzee goes to Dinkana Kings. Well done. The next player out of the bag is Harry Brook of England. He is probably not going to play, but he's a good player. I think he's a better bet than some of the lesser names we've seen in this auction. So I think some team might consider going for him. Although the concern is that he can't play spin, which we saw in India. So there's that. Then we have Sakib Zulfikar of Netherlands. No bids for Sakib Zulfikar yet. At this stage, one team still needs five players. That's KGF 11. Most of the other teams are at 8, 9, or 10. Ryan Klein of Netherlands is up next. No luck for him either. Who will be the next player? Sijbrand Engelbrecht of Netherlands is the next player. Uh, Again, no bids for him. I suspect some of these teams might be holding some of their cash back for someone like a Mark Chapman. No, Mark Chapman has already been sold. Or has he not? I don't think he's been sold. Tawheed Hridoy of Bangladesh, again a promising player. Will this be his World Cup to shine? And if it is, he can get you a lot of fantasy points. And you'll be going for Tawheed. No, nobody going for Tawheed Hridoy. It's a very nice name, I must say. That is not in. Ah, there is a bid for Tawheed Hriday. Awesome. Kalashnikov coming in with bid to see if they can get Tawheed Hriday. Will that be enough? CC has asked to hold the bid. Let's see when they release that. So Tawheed Hriday and Loungers now coming in for Tawheed Hriday. Ginkana King. Suddenly Tawheed Hriday is in demand. Who would have thought? I think if you have to scramble to pick up a player who you are not sure is going to start, then it might have a bit of might be a reflection of some of the strategy in the earlier part of the auction. But that's just me saying that as an onlooker. I'm sure it's a lot more intense when you're in the middle of the auction itself. Tawhid Vidaya has gone up to 25 lakhs. Imagine someone who didn't get sold the first time round has now gone up to 25 lakhs, which of course means that a lot of teams, even if they want to, can't afford him. Which are the teams which are still looking for players and can afford him? Tawhid Vidaya is done. He's going to loungers, which means the next player has time to come out, and it is Dilshan Madhushanka again. He has had some promising showings, but I'm not sure he'll get adequate play time. Let's see if that prevents a team from placing a bid for his services in this fantasy auction. No, second time unlucky as well, and we come to Noor Ahmed again. I think if there were no doubts about his playing, teams would probably have bid for Noor Ahmed, but I think whilst he could walk into a few of the other World Cup squads, unfortunately Afghanistan are well stacked, so he might not get to start for them. No bids for Noor Ahmed. And the next player out is Kasun Rajita, the Sri Lankan pacer. Will he get a bid? He has gotten a bid from Satyam 11 for 1 lakh. So he's definitely getting sold. Anybody else jumping in to bid for Kasun Rajita? Anybody? Somebody who needs to just close out the team? Or somebody who's looking to add up the numbers? No. Rajita going to Satyam 11 then at base price of 1 lakh. And the next bid is for Travis Head. So he's not going to play for the first half of the World Cup, but the latter half he might be very useful with his batting and with his off spin. That is the sell here. That is the pitching point. Not convincing enough because no bids for. Oh, there is a bid for him. Satyam 11 has put in a bid for Travis Head. So there you go. He's definitely getting sold. Maybe Satyam 11 already have the place needed. I'm just looking to fill out the numbers. KGF now also in for Travis Head. Let's see which way this goes. At this stage, four of the teams have already completed their 11 players, with couple very close to doing it, and then there's a few who need a bit more help. Talking of help, Travis Head is at hand to help. UUCC has asked to hold the bid. They also need a player. Now the bid has been unheld, and let's see whether Travis Head ends up going to KGF 11. No, last second bid for Travis Head from UUCC back to KGF 11. Will we see a seesaw battle here? We might well end up seeing a last pitch auction battle for Travis Head. Remember, this is for a player who is injured for the next few weeks. So both of these teams are, which whoever gets Head is basically taking a bit of a risk, because by that time the team could be well established and they might not find a way to bring him into the playing 11, or maybe they'll just drop one of those. clean bowling all rounders and get head in. Let's see. But at this stage, he is going 2 kg F11 for 16 lakhs. So that's done. Let's see who the next player is. The next player to come up for the second time is Tanzim Hassan Saqib of Bangladesh. He is a promising uh, player, but I think there are some doubts about whether he's there as a squad member as opposed to just being a guaranteed starter. There is a bid for Tanzim Hassan Saqib from Tinkana Kings. Will it be enough? Looks like it. And yep, he's gone to the Kings. Next up is Saud Shakil of Pakistan. We saw him earlier today itself, but again, no bids for him yet. Let's see if he manages to pick up a bid. No, no luck again. Unfortunately for him, Abdul Rahman of Afghanistan is the next player. No bids for him as well. Next player is Ishan Kishan. Again, a top player, but I think the fact that he won't be playing unless there's an injury, especially to KL Rahul, I think that might limit his bid reception here. Yep, no bids for Ishan Kishan. Then let's see who the next player is. The bid has been held by UUCC. Now it has been unheld. Let's see if Ishan Kishan gets the bid. The risk at this stage, I think, to bid for Kishan. But maybe some team will bid for him. We'll find out in the next 3 seconds. No, no bids for Ishan Kishan. And the next player is David Willie. Again, left arm pacer, very useful, but will he get game time? How much game time will he get? I think those are the main questions. No luck for Willie. Next up is Kusal Pereira of Sri Lanka. He has attracted a bid. KGF and Satyam and Kamikaze, all three going for him. Kusal Pereira clearly seen as a viable option for teams who still need players. Bid heating up a little. We are up to 5 lakhs already for Kusal Pereira in the extended round. Kusal Pereira up to 9 lakhs from Team Kamikaze. Bidding also being looked at by KGF 11, who have now taken it past 10. UCC jumping in. Kamikaze is a three-way battle as of now. Let's see who gets Kusal Pereira. Remember, some of these teams still need one or two players. KGF still needs four players. Kusal Pereira currently at 19 lakh with Team Kamikaze. 7 seconds to go. A maximum total of 14 players still need to be picked up in this option by the various teams with slots available. And including Kusal, there are 14 players scheduled to come up in the unsold player round. So every player, ideally at this point onwards, should be picked up by one team or the other. Else, the system will allot a player on the basis of ranking to the teams. Don't worry, we are not going to let a team participate in the fantasy without 11 players, but it will be done randomized from the system. Kusal Pereira up to 25 lakh.
So there wouldn't be another round of.
No, so this is the only round of unsold players coming back.
Yeah, that's right. After that, what will happen is the system starts assigning players based on its ranking order. For example, currently the highest ranked player is Darshun Shanaka, 31. So he'll be the first player who goes, has the highest balance. That's
Got
how
it.
it.
Yeah. It will be on the basis of the highest remaining team first.
Yeah.
That will get filled out first. Kusal Pereira, meanwhile, is making good money out of this. He's up to 31 lakh. And we are off to Gus Atkinson. Kusal Pereira finally going to Team Kamikaze. Gus Atkinson of England. No bids for him. So we move on to the next player, which is Cameroon Green of Australia. And we have a bid for Cam Green of 1 lakh from September 11. There you go. There are some doubts about how much game time Cam Green will get, but we know that he's a proven quantity in India after his showings in the last IPL. If he gets game time, there's a good chance he'll get some fantasy points. I think that is what teams are looking at as well. Core of the side is ready. They're now just looking to fill out the remaining spots. Cameroon Green at 2 lakh right now. If he was a guaranteed starter, I can assure you Cam Green would not have gone for less than 40 45 because there are doubts about his availability, or rather about his starting in the team. He's going for a steal. Yep, Cam Green going to UUCC, and next up we have Agha Salman of Pakistan, order batter. In fact, he's an all-rounder, I think, but again, because there are doubts about whether he managed to make it to the playing 11. No bids. Oh, there are bids for him. There is a bid for him from Juggler, directly of 12 lakh, and it has been superseded by KGL. Juggler trying to fill out the final spot in the team, but to no avail. I think this is a bit of a desperate time Hail Mary at this stage because there's every chance Aga Salman might go through the World Cup without playing a single game or maybe not playing more than one or two games. Next player is Max O'Dowd of Netherlands. Again, has attracted a bid from September 11, so he's definitely getting picked up. Will the opening bid be the closing bid? We'll find out. No, it won't be because KGF is also jumped in. Yep, Max O'Dowd then going to KGF And the next player coming out is Nasoom Ahmed of Bangladesh. Any bids for Nasoom Ahmed? We have a bid for Nasoom Ahmed from Tinkana King. Let's see if the opening bid is the closing bid. Might well be the closing bid unless I hear someone go for Nasoom Ahmed. Now is the time. And no, Nasoom Ahmed is off to the Kings. Who still need two players? Who still need one player? Okay, so they're almost done. And now we have Dasun Shanaka and Jabir immediately putting in the full remaining first value of 12 lakh. Let's see if someone wants to go past that. Anybody? Maybe Kalashnikov is the only team which can go past that amount. KGF, oh, KGF can go past that, and KGF has chosen to go past that. So right now it's with KGF. Anybody going past that? Only Kalashnikov can. Do they want to? No, yeah. Bulls could have, but Bulls already have their 11 players. Going to KGF for 13 lakh. Rashid Sharma is done. Next player is Riaz Hassan of Afghanistan. No bids for him yet. Remember, most of these people will be a player, if not two. Next player is Lizard Williams of South Africa. Again, drafted in because of injuries to Susanda Magala and Amit Nakia. Uh, Satyam and Kalashnikov need two players each. Others in the running need one player each. Alex Carey of Australia. I'm surprised to see that he wasn't sold in the first round. I think he's a good buy. And yep, juggler once again with the 12 lakh bid. Is there someone who can? Yes, only Kalashnikov and even UUCC can, but UUCC are done. But Dinkana Kings can, and they have come in and gone past. So there you go. Alex Carey is a rare commodity in that he's a guaranteed starter who's still available at this stage of the auction. Alex Carey is a guaranteed starter and he's still available. He's going to get you wicket keeping points. Plus, he'll, I'm sure, get a few chances to bat. But he's gone to the Dinkana Kings now. Let's see which is the next player coming out. It's Mark Chapman of New Zealand. Again, doubts about whether he'll get a game, but if he does, remember Kane Williamson might not play each game. So if Mark Chapman comes in as a bull, as a all-rounder, then there might be some. But no bid for Mark Chapman. Let's see who the next bid is for. So Dimut Karunaratne. Is there a bid though for Dimut Karunaratne? Not yet. Will Karunaratne get a bid? I see three teams on 10 players and two teams on 9 players. So there's still a few players needing to be filled up, but not Karunaratne J. Let's see who else. Fakar Zaman, and Fakar Zaman has attracted a bid of 12 lakh from Juggler. This time, will someone go past Juggler? He's already been Super 8 twice. Will someone go past this time? We'll find out. No, finally, Juggler have completed their team. Fakar Zaman going in. I think that's a good pick. He will start as the first choice opener unless there's some major injury concern which persists. So that's another team done. We have Shariz Ahmed of Netherlands up next. No bids for him yet. We still need uh, six players to be picked up between the teams. Let's see how they fare. Shariz Ahmed didn't get a bid. Let's see who the next player is. Tanzir Hassan. Tanzid Hassan of Bangladesh is the next player. Anybody going for him? No, doesn't seem like. The next player is Mahmudullah of Bangladesh. Again, he's one of those few. I think he's a guaranteed starting player, even if he bats low middle order nowadays and is not in the best of form. But he does have experience. Maybe someone wants to bid for him. Now is the time. Anybody? No, not Mahmudullah Riyad's day. Maybe his peak days are over, which is why we are now moving on to the next team, which next player, which is Tim Saudi. Again, slightly injured, might not play at the start, but once fit, he'll probably play for New Zealand. Or will he? Will he play ahead of Trent Bolt and Lockie Ferguson? Kamikaze has put in a bid for Team Saudi. They need one player to fill out the squad. Is Saudi going to be the player, or will someone else come in and bid? We still have 7 8 seconds, but time is running out fast. Now is the time to bid. Yep, to Kamikaze goes Team Saudi. That team is completed as well. We now need a few players. Aryan Dutt coming in for Netherlands. We need players for KGF 11, for Satyam 11, and for Kalashnikov. Aryan Dutt is not going to be one of those players because he's going to go unsold, which means we are down to our final four player picks. No, there's still a few more. Jimmy Neesham, James Neesham is up next. Remember, he's a known commodity, he's a known quantity, but will he get to play enough games at the World Cup? That is the question. But probably better to go for Neesham than to get stuck with the system randomizer. No luck for Neesham, no bids. Next up, Matt Henry of New Zealand again. Good fast bowler, but will be behind the in the pecking order after Trent Bolt, Rocky Ferguson, Tim Southey. So might not get much by of game time. Wesley Baresi of Netherlands is the next player. No bids for Wesley Baresi, unfortunately. Azmatullah Omarzai, and Azmatullah Omarzai gets a bid from Satyam 11, who still need two players. They're hoping Omarzai will be one of those two players. Riza Hendricks of South Africa is up next. After Satyam 11 purchase Azmatullah Omarzai, Riza Hendricks. No bids for Riza Hendricks. Looks like this is not going to be his. Next, the player we have is Usama Mir of Pakistan. Very good bowler, but for fantasy cricket, is there much point taking him when you are extremely doubtful about whether he'll get to play? I hope he gets to play though, at least a couple of games in the World Cup. It will be nice to see all the squad players from the at least the major teams, if not all the teams that are on out in the middle. The next player is Suryakumar Yadav, Sky. Again, if this was an IPL kind of auction, we would be having a different conversation. But Sky is not probably going to be a starting player. I think that is why he's not attracting a bid. Next player is Mohammad Nawaz. He will play most probably, so I'm not surprised to see him get a bid. Uh, Between Kalashnikov and KGF, I think Kalashnikov are going to outgun everybody here. They have the money. which others probably don't. Yep, Kalashnikov with 4 lakhs probably going to be the winning bid here. Kalashnikov still need another player after Mohammad Nawaz. Who will be that player? Will it be Paul Van Meekeren? Not so sure. Still need 3 players to be filled up in the participating squads. And Paul Van Meekeren is going to be one of them because Satyam 11 have put in a bid for Van Meekeren. So there you go. Satyam 11 is a team is completed. Kalashnikov and KGF 11 are the two who still need one player each. Ram Aliki Alhil. He is not going to attract a bid unfortunately today. Let's see which the next player is. Next player thrown out by the system is Najibullah Zadran. Is he going to get a bid? No. Let's see if he gets a bid. No, he doesn't. One of Kalashnikov or KGF, but no, not for them. Let's see who the next player is. Mohammad Wasim Jr. Kalashnikov has bid for him. Again, he might not play, but if he plays, he's a known quantity, can bowl decent, steam up, medium pace, sometimes even express, and he's a handy batter at number 7 or 8 or 9. Both Kalashnikov and KGF going for this player.
So
Yep.
now, if I am the only one left till the end, can I pick anybody of my choice? Because there is nobody else to compete, right? Hello.
Yeah, yeah. No, that cannot be done unfortunately because that's why the others were forced to pick up right when it wasn't in the random system assignation thing. So it'll be the system that will be assigning you players.
All right, I think there you go. The auction is completed. Everybody's team is now stacked with 11 players. I think most teams have at least 3 to 4 heavyweight players each. I think what's going to make a difference is the fringe players. And with that, the Cricket Battle Fantasy Auction for 2023 is completed. If you're interested, please feel free to log into Cricket Battle website and make your own teams, create your own auctions with friends, family, colleagues. Go for it. And yeah, that is the way to go to enjoy fantasy cricket in a responsible manner. So make sure to pick up a pool which you are okay affording in terms of affordability. And yeah, anything else, Alagappan, which you want us to mention?
Ah, no, that's it. I think we're good.
Okay, that's it. We
Okay.
are good. Thank you to everybody who joined in. Thank you to all the participating teams for staying up late because this is happening late at night. Till the next time we see you, take good care of yourself. We'll catch you around. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.